First of all, we have to use the things we have already. We don't have to invent new things. We have a lot of tools, products, solutions which could in theory be used but are not being used. As an example, we have a lot of losses in the systems we are using today because they're not properly installed, properly managed.
One initial step, an easy one that could be taken, is visualizing certain parameters such as CO2, relative humidity, temperature in certain buildings that serve a specific public function such as schools and hospitals. Building automation control systems at the moment, they should be present in large non-residential buildings, even though the implementation of the previous directive is not really going into the right direction. So I think the Commission should do something more in order to make sure that there is a proper implementation of these measures.
So I think we need binding targets, not just on an EU level, but on a member state level. And I also think that we need targets that are not only for 2030, but that are faster. So we need targets for 2025, 2027. We need to make sure that we don't postpone the action till the last minute. We need to become independent of Russian gas as fast as possible. And for that we need ambitious legislation.
Fit for 55 proposals, the Energy Efficiency Directive, the Renewable Energy Directive and the Energy Performance of Buildings Directive in particular, and to decarbonize, but at the same time also increase the energy performance and energy security deliveries of the building sector to get out of fossil fuels as quickly as possible, to seek sustainable solutions, decarbonized solutions, to make sure that member states take their responsibilities and have also the appropriate tools at their disposal. A very important element is the social dimension, to help citizens, notably inhabitants of worst performing buildings, to benefit really from improvement of their environment.
If the people with average and below average incomes don't take part in the renovation, it doesn't make sense, because they suffer the most from high prices, and if we don't help them, then helping the rich is not that important, obviously. It's not pleasant for rich people to pay higher prices, but they can afford it. And then people who are below average incomes, they normally live in buildings which are not best performing. So when we go to climate or geopolitical arguments, once again, it's most important to include everybody.
I think one key takeaway is also that the district heating and cooling sector is heavily underestimated at this point in time. We should have much more attention. The current crisis maybe will reverse this trend, and so in the next 10 years we would like to have a very strong support to finance the expansion, the modernization of our networks, and also their decarbonization, because we have a lot of renewable resources at hand locally, which can also strengthen the resilience of our cities.
As an European industry, we need to really step up in order to produce enough heat pumps in the future, as heat pumps is the main technology in transforming renewable electrical energy into thermal energy. And there's a big task for all the industry.